Welcome to Atlassian Live Learning, where courses meets community. More than individuals in a virtual meeting, we're a thriving community of practice. Whether you're a seasoned expert or a curious newcomer, we invite you to share your thoughts and experiences as we navigate today's topic. If you have a question, ask it in the chat. If you know an answer, please share it. This approach moves newer users towards the inner circle, guided by those with more experience. Let's embrace the opportunity to harness our collective knowledge, connect, and most importantly, have fun. Because learning together is a journey of endless possibilities. For information on where to view a recording of this session or download a copy of the presentation, please see the course resources.
Thank you, Sajid, for moderating this session with us and all of the communities that have co-hosted this event. Imagine you're working on a complex project, juggling multiple tasks and communications. Suddenly you receive a perfectly crafted suggestion that streamlines your workflow. It's almost as if the system knew exactly what you needed when you needed it. Think about your work. What daily tasks do you hope could be improved by AI? I've included a prompt you can use in your favorite Gen AI tool. The more detailed you are about your job description and your daily tasks, the better the response. This is also included in your course resources. Atlassian Intelligence uses large language models to analyze your team's interactions and construct a custom graph to show you the types of work being done and the relationships between them. These models generate a probabilistic response based on your activities. Responses are generated by predicting the most probable next word or text based on available data. Large language models have existed for almost 75 years. They've recently gained a ton of attention under the AI umbrella because LLMs moved from a back-end process to a front-end tool that business users can leverage. I understand security is everyone's top concern. Through a collaboration with OpenAI, Atlassian Intelligence is built on internal models. I'll show you an example of an internal model and what that means in the next slide. With robust security protocols, your data stays within your system, respects your user permissions, and your admins have control to manage AI across your organization. ISO certification is in progress. If you have specific questions about security, please drop them in the comments or visit the website. Now, let's take the RAG architecture as an example of an internal model. Now, this isn't the Atlassian model. I don't get the sneak peek behind the scenes to know what exactly they use. But in a RAG model, first you prompt the system by asking it a question. An agent searches for relevant information in your knowledge base, like you would look for a book in a library. In the Atlassian ecosystem, your knowledge base is Confluence. Next, the agent goes over to your large language model that is pre-trained. This LLM doesn't really change once it's in place. An agent fine-tunes responses. Like highlighting the sentences in a book, the agent constructs an answer to your question. Remember this concept of agents to understand Rovo, which Caleb will discuss later. Agents in apps like Bedrock and ChatGPT solely focus on the LLM. As a plugin to an ecosystem, Rovo enables you to customize and create agents for a much broader use and with your specific business data. With Rovo and Atlassian Intelligence, all the information the system uses and produces stays within your organization's controls, and it sits behind your SSO for access based on user permissions. To get you started, as you navigate the Atlassian apps, look for the bolt icon indicating automation and the sparkler icon for generative AI. Now, these aren't the official names, it's just what I call them. If you don't see these icons but know they should be there, it might be because AI isn't enabled for your access level or your system. As these features continue to evolve, you can expect some changes. The goal is for all the AI features to behave or work the same across the apps, integrating AI into your workflow across the ecosystem. Gen AI navigation appears in three main ways: an icon in a static toolbar, as a floating toolbar that appears when you hover over highlighted text and via the slash key. For full AI options, remember to click the pencil icon to enable edit mode. Here are your full AI options. Throughout today's session, we'll explore the capabilities of Atlassian Intelligence, focusing on automation and generative AI in Confluence, Jira, and Jira Service Management. We'll delve into how these features can transform your team's efficiencies with use cases and best practices, all while building community. With three agenda items complete, we're going to move into the demos. Our experts have 5 minutes to introduce the AI features in their apps. You'll have an opportunity to join them in a 10-minute breakout room for a closer look. I invite you to view our course resources for step-by-step instructions and the ability to personalize your experience by zooming in, pausing, and rewinding pre-recorded demos, although we're going to do this live. While you're in our course resource, make a copy of our hands-on worksheet and our whiteboard for independent practice. First up, Heat-An with Confluence.
Hello, my name is Siren Patel, and today I will be demoing some of the Confluence AI features available to you. Okay, so first thing I will do is navigate to Confluence and search for a knowledge-based article, meeting notes, or how to document anything that you are interested in. So first thing I'm just getting started, and as you can see, as I'm typing, Confluence will try to find relevant documents. So here I will click on Get Started with Atlassian. Okay, so after you navigate to that page, you'll notice that there is a summarize option available here. When you click on it, the AI feature will try to parse through the information on this page and provide a key takeaways or key summaries on this page. So, and then you can see here, this little section right here, I'll put it the key getaway. And as a just general good practice, it's always the best idea to just read through this summary to make sure it aligns with the content of the page that you're trying to summarize. And if you think it's good, you can copy it and you can send it to do whatever you like to with it. Okay, so in this case, I'm just going to copy it just to show it works. Okay, so the next thing here is I'm going to exit out. There is this automation option available here, so you can see that I have an action item here being for myself here, and then the due date is August 30. You may click on automation here, or you can press the keyboard shortcut A, or you can click on automation here. So when you do click on it, this page will appear. So let's just go here. Okay, and from here, there's a series of templates available to you. There's an out-of-the-box template. You can click on it to get more details about what it does. In this case, what I've done is I've already created a rule here. This rule, email automation, is about notifying the assignee of a task. So in this case, it will be me here, that I have an incomplete task that is due in X amount of days. So here it's a scheduled run every 5 days. You can change this however you like. You get every day or whatnot. And then from there, there is a if then else, right? So this is the task branch here that I've selected. So in this case, what you have to do is create a rule. This is by default when, but you can change it to what else you would like. Okay, so when is created. Okay. Okay. All right. So what I had to do was I just click on schedule, and then this option will be enabled. Okay. After that, you click on add component. So you can see here for each, right? So that's what I did. That could be each page, each task. So that's what I used. Okay. From there, select the task. Okay. So now you have task sprint creator here. So that's what I did here. And then it's checking to see if a status is completed or not completed, right? So in this case, we want incomplete, and due date is within X amount of days. So here I've selected 3 days. Then once you get closer to it, This is the action item here. Send an email to the assignee. So Confluence will by default will note the assignee and email address. So it'll capture that. And then here is the body of the content. You can put whatever you want here. And then once you're ready, you can click on turn on rule. So at that point, it's scheduled run. So every 5 days it'll execute. You can change it to anything else that you may be interested. Okay, so just because we have limited time here, I will now switch over to the poll question here. And the poll question is match the problem to AI solution. AI search, Gen AI, content creation, define. And options are A, struggling to keep documentation up to date. Option B, difficulty finding relevant information quickly. Option 3, new staff trying to understand safe economy. Okay, so I will now turn it over to Valerie. Thank you all.
AI prompts are commands you enter to get the AI to perform specific tasks. Think of prompting like ordering at a restaurant. The clearer and more specific you are, the less likely you are to get a surprise dish. You wouldn't just walk into a restaurant and say food and expect to be satisfied, right? Atlassian Intelligence has many predefined prompts like brainstorm and find action items. But here's a structured approach to custom AI prompting, or what we call prompt engineering. To get the best responses from your generative AI, use task, context, example, persona, format, and tone. You don't always need all 6, but when you do, it makes for happy AI training. I've put this all in our course resource. Task, clearly define the action you want the AI to perform. Use specific and direct action verbs such as create, summarize. Context provides necessary background information relevant to the task. This helps the AI understand the scope and specifics of what you need. If possible, include an example to guide the AI on the expected outcome. This can be a template or a previous instance of a similar task. Persona helps specify the intended audience, or you can ask the AI to act like a defined character. This ensures alignment with your user needs. Describe the format in which you want the output, including specific structures like tables, lists, codes, stories, or reports. Indicate the desired tone to match the communication style you want to convey. Check out our Confluence whiteboard for some practice. Let's talk about hallucinations. Those moments where AI generates responses that don't quite make sense. If the AI hasn't seen enough examples or doesn't have enough data, it might fill in the gaps with some guesses, leading to some hallucinations. Noisy or dirty data means the AI has learned from incorrect or irrelevant information, which can confuse it when generating responses. Not enough context plays a big role. Without it, the AI might produce something that sounds convincing, but isn't actually grounded in the real world. Lastly, not enough restraints. If the AI isn't given clear boundaries, it might overextend its imagination, creating content that's more fiction than it is fact. Now, let me throw it over to Leland in Jira.
Show you a couple things. First off, let's go ahead and do a little bit of a search to find some issues. We can, of course, use the search bar, which is right up here. But as we mentioned before, gotta love some keyboard shortcuts. So I'm going to go ahead and do a shortcut. And already you can see all of the areas that have been recently viewed and recently viewed boards. So I can type in, let's say, bugs. And you can start being able to narrow things down. But there's another way that we can navigate through some of our Jira issues and some of those work items that we might need. Let's go ahead and go up to filters and let's go to view all issues. So now we see all of the issues closed or open. Doesn't matter within this particular organization. Right now, it's within the scope of the last 30 days. Let's go ahead and use Ask AI, which is our little starburst over here. See if we can narrow this down. So let's go ahead and a real basic one. Let's show me all issues assigned to me. and it pops up. One of the cool things about the AI tools within Atlassian, specifically in Jira, is that it's based off of the JQ language, or essentially it's using natural language processing to turn it into search terms. So show me, which would be the assignee current user, all of the issues assigned. So we have show all of the issues assigned to me. Issues is a special keyword. We can also look at something like show me all issues related to email service. And that narrows it down even more. So not just all, but you can actually narrow it down to specifically the email service keyword of any of the issues that you might have. And let's go ahead and save that filter. We'll give it a name. Let's call this email service. Finding issues related to the email service project. And then we'll go ahead and define the scope. For now, I'm going to keep it to me, but you can also open it up to your organization, any particular groups, or any particular project folders that you want to assign. Again, you can make sure that everything falls within those swim lanes. So especially for you project managers, when it's in Jira, you'll be able to share these and really make sure that these workflows eliminate a lot of the pain points that will show up in projects like this. So for now, we'll stick to me, and we'll save that filter. Now that we've actually tagged it, let's go ahead and hop in to the issue itself. So we can see within our issues, we have a bunch of child issues, we have a description. So one of the things that we might want to do is summarize everything. Now, in this case, there aren't any comments, so let's do a couple comments so we can show off another feature. Let's say that needs a scope validation contact at and at. So we can tag folks within there. We'll go ahead and save that. And now that we start having comments, we can see this summarize. So once you click AI Summarize, again, hit that little starburst icon. What it's going to do is it'll work through the comments as well as the description of the project to give you a summary of some key takeaways within. So you can especially see how this could scale with larger projects with more stakeholders. You'll be able to quickly go through these comments. One of the great parts about this is that it's also only visible to you. So what you can do is you can look at this and say, okay, we need to look at a particular takeaway. We need to assign particular tasks to people. It won't necessarily send a large email blast out from this page. You'll just be able to find something quickly for yourself and then start assigning from there. Now, that already brought up actions, and he then did as well. So let's go ahead and see what some of these automations can do within Jira. So let's go ahead and click actions there, which is a shorthand for automations. And we can go ahead and either create an automation or manage the automations. Let's go ahead and create automations. And now that we're in this page, obviously you get to the condition rules. You can go in there. But if we return to rules, click OK. You know, Jira has been doing this for a minute. So we have automations already here. So we can look through the templates to see certain rules that might already apply out of the box. We can scroll down and see what types of tasks that we want to organize, how we want to interact with the ticketing system, and of course, we can go in and start creating rules with the power of AI. Now, thinking back to our prompt engineering section a little earlier, let's think of something direct within the scope. So make sure, send an email to me for all issues relating to email. To the email project. And now what we'll do is go ahead, just press return or enter on your keyboard, and Atlassian Intelligence will do its thing. So we have this rule always letting us know how to improve the rules. That's one of the main portions when it comes to AI and part of this Atlassian Intelligence. We want to make sure we interact with some of these prompts in order to make them better. Like we said, it's generative. So we need to give it content to be able to rate how those algorithms are doing and what needs to change. So we'll go ahead and say that our experience has been good. I don't know about you, but it's been great for me so far. Let's go ahead and go into our rule details, and we'll name this send email. This sends it to everyone out. And the scope is within the Connect-centric demo team. This is me and all of the admins. All right. So once we go through and we see for our rule, making sure that everything looks good, we can either add another component, add to a branch. You can create, the complexity really depends on what you need. Again, we're looking at things that are within the scope. So you don't want to make a million different rules for one project if it doesn't actually need to be there. But what you can do is really customize what types of rules. So if you know which devs would be most likely to handle an issue, if it's backend, you can send it to some of your SQL folks, or if you need to send something to a QA team, you can start adding those branches and adding those complex components to make everything work out a little more. So we can turn on that rule, and we'll go ahead and update. In terms of best practices, it's always a good idea to go through and make sure you test the automations and test your logic flow. I'm a big fan of additional eyes, having other folks on your team go through and review just in case. So if you want to run a test case, this is a perfect area too. You can create a testing template, and you can be able to really customize the experience and your AI experience within Atlassian Intelligence.
Hello everyone, my name is Caleb, and I will be guiding us through the Jira Service Management portion of this presentation. We're going to discover some of the features in Jira Service Management, such as Gen AI Editor, natural language search, summarize comments, automated workflows, and virtual agent via Slack. We will also be discussing some of the beta features that hopefully will be deployed soon, things like work suggestions, request type and field suggestions, issue triage, sentiment analysis, and then we'll also be talking about the 3 best practices when creating automations and workflows in Jira Service Management. Things like create queues that mirror the workflow, test automation and staging, and to customize with caution. Now I'm going to turn it over to Sharif Mansour from the Atlassian team, and he is going to highlight some of these features and practices in a video.
What's up, Atlassian community? Hey, it's Sharif here, head of AI for Atlassian. Excited to be here with you for another month, giving you an update of all the stuff that's happening across the many awesome teams I am lucky to work with in Atlassian in the world of AI. First up, the Jira Service Management IT Ops team has done an awesome job making use of AI to help you group alerts a lot faster. If you've ever received an incident and you work in IT Ops, or know teams that do, they get a lot of notifications. And now in JSM, as they use Jira Service Management at the top, they'll just quickly get the groupings of all the alerts compressed in a way that they can understand, and it'll show you how much it's grouped together and how much noise it's reduced for you. Next up, As you're working on an incident, the next thing you need to do is write a post-incident report once you've resolved it, and write what you learned about it and all that kind of stuff. With JSM now, you can automatically create PIR summaries straight from the Jira issue, which makes it a whole lot easier to capture all that knowledge and conversation from that issue. You can sign up to the IT Ops waitlist if you want to learn more about more of the new features that are coming down in the IT Ops space. For those of you who haven't played with Loom, Loom is an awesome communication tool that helps me personally actually reduce a boatload of meetings with my teams. I often record rooms and send it to them, and quite often my kids run through that door when I'm unexpected. And live rewind, you can quickly roll back and cut out the bits where the dog's barking in this example as you're going. It's available in our Chrome extension, so check that out. Next thing available in Room is being able to edit your video by transcript. I don't know about you, but I'm sure when I look at this video, I'll probably have a few ums and ers and I need to record that again. It makes it really easy to quickly trim those things up. As you can see, you'll see the transcript, delete the words you don't want, and save them with the power of AI. And yes, I do feel like AI, when it comes to video, it does feel more magical. By the way, I promise this is the real me and not an AI me. I'll tell you when it's the AI me one day, but this is the real me. We announced a new product called Rovo, which is an add-on to your cloud products for Jira and Confluence and so forth. And we couldn't wait with all of you to play with it and before the formal Rovo beta program starts. And so if you have Jira and Confluence Premium, we've included that little gift for you as well. Some of you are already using this today with definitions in Confluence, where you might see what we like to call internally the rainbow underline. When you're working in context of your work and you don't understand something, these definitions in Rovo help you learn in context. So in this specific example here, there's some system inside my company called TCS. I don't know what TCS is, and I'm picked up this task and I have to do this work. What is TCS about? And it uses my company's connected knowledge base in Confluence to understand that. And so that's also available in beta as well, in Jira, as well as Confluence. You can learn more by checking out the Rovo website, rovo.com. Check it out. Lastly, we're always about products and practices. We know behavioral change is hard, and especially when it comes to AI. It's like a customer the other day described it to me as, I've got a calculator on my desk and I keep forgetting to use it. And a lot of that's just all of us going on this journey, learning how to use AI and reminding ourselves of the behavioral change we could do, take the AI approach or take a manual approach or whatever it is. And so to help you that, we'll continue to share practices like we did last month. We shared the Atlassian University courses. This month, we have Julian and Ethan, two of our product managers at Atlassian. Ethan, who heads up some of our AI in the editor, has got a blog. You can learn more about tips and tricks about using the Atlassian editor, which is in Jira and Confluence and Bitbucket and Trello, to help you generate content faster. Many of you use that to create content. And Julian has a piece that's pretty deep and thinks about how, if any of you out there are in product teams building software and using any software, how you can think about using prompts to kind of prototype your features before actually building them. How prompts are actually, there's a lot of innovation in prompts, and I'm still learning about this, getting my head around it, and I'm sure many of your teams are. So definitely one checking out there. As we embark on this journey of unleashing all our team's potential with AI, and we couldn't do it without you, community. So thanks a lot. That's it for me this month, and see you next month. Bye.
All right. Now we're going to talk about some of the differences between the features of Atlassian Intelligence and Rovo. For Gen AI, Atlassian Intelligence generates content, summaries, and more. For Rovo, it integrates deeply to generate content, review documents, assist in complex decision-making with specialized agents. There's a lot more robust AI capabilities with Rovo than compared to Atlassian Intelligence. For summaries, Atlassian Intelligence summarizes internal content for overviews, whereas Rovo can provide deep insights from various data sources, things like Google Drive, SharePoint, and any custom apps that you may have developed. For search, Atlassian Intelligence enhances search with contextual results. Rovo searches across all connected tools, including third-party apps and custom data sources for comprehensive results. So the results that you get from Rovo can pull from many different places when compared to Atlassian Intelligence, and can provide you a little bit more in-detail search results. For automation, Atlassian Intelligence automates task creation using NLP, whereas Rovo automates complex tasks and maintains project backlogs. For virtual agents, Atlassian Intelligence can handle repetitive tasks and improve response times, whereas Rovo has specialized agent support with various workflows such as content creation, task management, and team collaboration. For knowledge management, Atlassian Intelligence can define company-specific jargon and acronyms, whereas Rovo can provide detailed knowledge cards and support interactive exploration of enterprise data. For Atlassian Intelligence, for custom integrations, it can integrate with Atlassian tools and some third-party applications, whereas Rovo has a much more extensive integration library and can integrate with several third-party apps, custom in-house systems, and industry-specific tools via APIs. So now with the poll question, what is the key difference between Atlassian Intelligence and Rovo? Is it A, Rovo provides deeper data integration and specialized AI agents? B, Atlassian Intelligence is an add-on? Or C, Rovo does not use AI? The answer is that Rovo provides deeper data integration and specialized AI agents. We learned that Atlassian Intelligence is not an add-on, but is an included feature, and we have also learned that Rovo does indeed use AI. At this point, now I'm going to turn it over back to Valerie. Thank you.
One major benefit of a live learning course over an asynchronous one is the opportunity to engage in smaller breakout rooms. Here we can dive deep into best practices and, depending on the group size, even participate in a live discussion by going off mute. I encourage you to share your own tips and tricks.
Perfect. So with that being said, I think we are a couple minutes over time. I think what we can do is we can quickly run through the Quizlet. So what I would ask you is take out your phones, because I'm going to ask you to scan a QR code. I don't think the facilitators are allowed to participate. So Caleb, Leland, and Valerie, I'm sorry, I don't think you get a chance. You can participate, but please don't be like on the leaderboard so that you win the code, because then people are just going to not trust us. So we don't want to do that. But what we are going to do is I'm going to share my screen now, and we are now from the session do a quick Quizlet, and let's do this. Let me tell you how this is going to go, right? So in the screen, you're going to see some question, and you see a QR code there as well. When you scan the QR code, you'll be able to enter your name and participate live in the game as well. As of now, I'm seeing people are joining in. If you like this kind of format, we do this almost every month. We have another community called the Quiz Wiz community, which is also in partnership with Live Learning. We run a show called Are You Smarter Than a Jira Admin and Are You Smarter Than a Confluence Admin, where the top 10 people get a free certification voucher from the Atlassian University. The top placeholder gets a $100 gift card from Atlassian community, and you get special badges. But today we do have, just FYI, in those sessions, you get like real hardcore Jira admins and Confluence admins. You might have 100 people competing for that prize. But today you're in luck, because we have lesser number of people on today's call. So you have more chance of actually winning gift to a Team 24 pass, if I'm not wrong, Valen, and a certification voucher.
What?
All right. Actually, we'll have a top 10 leaderboard, so we'll be able to see everybody, and we can maybe put a screenshot along with that on the community.
Hey, yes, I will do that. I love shouting out people.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
I see where they're wanting Sajid's hat, so you give away Sajid's hat maybe next time for the
Yeah,
top
Sajid, where'd you get that hat?
So this is the community leader hat. This is the year 2, I believe. I'm right now a 6-year community leader in the ecosystem. I also got this cool little t-shirt from Atlassian community as well.
Hey.
All right, let's now start. So let's see how many people do we have. We've got 28 people as of now. If we'll give one more minute, if anybody else wants to join in, just scan this QR code. We'll give 10 more seconds and then we'll start. Now, each question has a 15-minute time limit, because questions are easy. Some of those questions, or half of those questions, are exactly based on the course that you just saw. Some of those are generic AI trivia. So it's a mix of both. All right. Now that you've seen, we've got 28 players ready. Let's start the quiz. All right. There we go. So the faster you answer, the more points that you get, but make sure you get the right answer. What's the primary focus of Atlassian Intelligence on your phones? Whether it's creating virtual reality, enhancing team collaboration, developing AI for self-driving cars, or building robots to take over admin jobs. Which is the right answer? 20 people have responded, 22. You got to be fast. All right, enhancing team collaboration, which is right. I wonder the person who wrote developing AI for self-driving cars. Maybe you're in the wrong session. Maybe Tesla has AI that I don't know about yet, but let's move on. Let's look at the next question. We have 29 people now. The next question is, who is considered the father of modern computer science? Valerie actually said that name during the session. Who is that person who's considered the father of modern computer science? John Turing, Alan Turing, Andy Turing, or Robert Turing? I may have changed the original names on the basis of community leaders. Alan Turing is right. 14 people were right on that question. Again, in the interest of time, just rushing through the questions. Let's look at the next one. Powered by generative AI, Dash helps teams make better decisions and reach their goals faster. Atlassian Intellect, AI GPT, Rovo, or SmartLinks. What helps team make better decisions and reach their goals faster? All right. One more second. Rovo, Atlassian Intellect. There's nothing called Atlassian Intellect. Sorry, that was a red herring there. It's Atlassian Intelligence. And Rovo is the official product, and that definition is actually from the Atlassian's website, actually. Let's look at the next question, number 4. Question number 4 asks you, which AI system famously defeated the chess champion Garry Kasparov in 1997? Watson, AlphaZero, Deep Blue, or Rebecca? There was an AI system which defeated the world champion Garry Kasparov. Garry did defeat that AI later on, but which AI defeated Garry? Deep Blue is the right answer. Again, we got a smart bunch of people on here today, Valerie. All right, 12
We do.
people with
It's
the right
awesome.
answer.
You guys are doing so well.
26 players ready. 4 more questions to go. Let's do this quickly again. Select 2 AI-powered features for JSM which are in beta. Now, if you focused on Caleb's presentation slides, you know this. 2 AI-powered features: customer data grouping, request type and suggestions, theme change for portal, or sentiment analysis. Let's look at the right answers. It is request type and field suggestion and sentiment analysis. That's right. Let's move on to the next question. The next question asks, what was ELIZA, an early NLP computer program developed in 1960s, designed for? To play virtual sports, to simulate human conversations, to solve mathematical equations, or to predict the weather? What was ELIZA's main purpose in the 1960s when it was derived? ELIZA was an NLP computer program. The right answer is simulate conversation with humans. That is right. 12 people, again, the majority being right on this one. Let's move on to the last 2 questions. Right. Select examples of Atlassian Intelligence use case in Confluence. Which are the examples of Atlassian Intelligence use case in Confluence? Now, this question might be a curveball.
Ooh, I like
Or the
curveballs.
doosra, if you're a fan of cricket. Select. All of them are right. All these are examples of Atlassian Intelligence use cases in Confluence. All right, so 14 people wrote executive summaries, which I think generates most amount of interest in people. But actually, all of these are examples of Atlassian Intelligence use cases. Let's move on to the next one. All right, what is the full form of GPT?
I love that you
This
asked
actually,
this question.
yes, let's see. Group post-trained, generative, pre-trained transformers, generative pure trained team member, or generated pre-transformers. We actually asked this question in a quiz and not everybody got the right answer. Ooh, again, smart people, the majority winning 12 people with the right answer. is generative pre-trained transformers? All right, final question. This will decide who is on the leaderboard. Let's look at the question. The question is, which one of the below items is not a feature in Jira using AI? 4 options, 3 are features, 1 is not. Natural language search, summarizing comments, auto issue creation, or automated workflows. Not a feature in Jira using AI. Auto issue creation, that is right. Natural language search, summarizing comments, and automated workflows are examples of features in Jira using AI. Let's look at the leaderboard.
Ooh,
Valerie,
pressure's on.
pressure's on. Let's look at who got the #1 spot. All right.
It's our friend.
All right. The
Ooh.
numbers changing. Leah, 1 mark. Wow. Congratulations. Can you identify yourself in the chat?
I
Or
think
maybe
he's the
just
one from the
unmute.
Netherlands, right?
Yes. No, I think he's already mentioning in the chat. There you go. He's now on video as well.
All right.
Congratulations. We just asked you to unmute. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Congratulations, Valerie. I think the question is, what is our winner picking? Is it a Team 24 pass or is it a certification exam code? Because those are the 2 options that we have.
I'm gonna go with the certification exam code. Thank you very much.
All right. So that brings the second prize. The second place was Leah. Who was Leah? Let me take a quick screenshot of this so that we have this handy later on as well.
Hi.
Leah, there you are. Congratulations. You
Thank
have
you.
won.
Thanks.
Yo.
Thanks for the course.
You're welcome, y'all.
Awesome, awesome. And the third place, I believe, was Homer Atlassian. Oh, Homer. Okay, all right.
Rafaela.
You were Homer.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much.
Awesome. It's so great. Thank you, everybody, for participating. As I said, if you are interested in quizzes like this, we have another one on the 23rd. You can head over to as.atlassian.com/live learning. Robert Wen and Rob Heen are doing the quiz. If you are a Jira admin, if you call yourself a Jira admin, get your credentials authorized by Atlassian University questions that will help you get certified. And of course, if you end up in the top 10, all top 10 people get a free Atlassian University exam code. With that, thank you for playing. I will close the presentation and hand it over to Valerie for the closing item.
All right, that's it. That's all we have for you today. Thank you, Sajid, for joining us as the moderator. I hope you come back again and soon and join us once more. Thank you all for joining, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good day.